And welcome back to the Northeast Florida Surf Fishing Forecast for March 5th through the 7th. This weekend, guys, last few days it's been quite rough, but finally on Thursday afternoon it started to calm down, and that's probably going to be the calmest it's going to be in the next 3 days. The water's nice, fairly clean. This was taken by the Jacksonville Beach Pier. I was going down to check out the progress they've made. They were removing a lot of the debris off the bottom today and loading it up on the trucks and hauling it off. Another good thing, guys, Sandfleas. Didn't get any on video, but there were several large ones running down with the wave, and there were also a lot of donacs. So things are changing in Jack's Beach. The bait's starting to show up, so that can only mean good things for us fishermen. Like I said, next few days, it's going to get rough. Thursday afternoon was perfect, guys. Several good reports of whiting up and down the beach, mainly in the Ponte Vedra area, and that's it. Like I was saying, the good catches today were mostly in Ponte Vedra and actually northern Jack's Beach. Just a few different areas. Matt, Ryan, and Eddie all had good days, good catches. Diet Pepsi shrimp, salted shrimp, also fish bites. So the fish are there. If you're gonna fish, if you can, fish early Friday before that wind really cranks. In fact, the next 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they're calling for northeast 15 to 20, 3 to 4 foot surf, possibly bigger. And like I always say, with the northeast wind, good chance that it'll be blowing harder than what they forecast. It just seems to be the name of the game with northeast winds, guys. Throughout the years, so many times where they've called for northeast 10 to 15 and it's 25, and you're out of luck because you went thinking the wind was going to be lighter. But if it's going to be like this, we're out of the negative tides right now. So you can still fish Ponte Vedra. You'll need Sputniks. You'll need the sinker guys Sputniks to hold. Regular storm sinker or pyramid is not going to cut it. The wind's blowing that strong, 15 to 20. But on the outgoing tide, that the waves will sort of, well, they won't disappear, but they'll slack off in the trough as the tide goes out and the bigger waves are out past the sandbar. Those whiting will still sit in that trough. Remember, fresh shrimp, Diet Pepsi. You can salt them and now bring your fish bites. But another good thing, guys, like I said, the Sandfleas are showing up. So we know pompano won't be too far behind. I've gotten some reports that they've been catching a few pompano at Matanzas. In fact, with the water temperature wise, right now in Jack's Beach, 64 degrees. Still felt a little chilly, but that's what they're saying, 63, 64. Go down to Flagler, it's 66 degrees. Daytona, 67. So no doubt we're getting into that range. In the log books that I've gone through, where we used to keep on the old pier with all the different fish and the temperatures they showed up, 67, we start to see the pompano. So it won't be long, guys. In fact, a good rule of thumb is when you start to see catfish in the surf, you're also going to have the redfish, drum, and pompano. It's sort of strange, but I guess they hang together. The catfish clean up what the pompano and the drum and reds don't eat. And also they show up quite well when the water's dirty. You know, with dirty water, when the water temperatures are colder, we can get away with catching just whiting still. But as that water temperature warms up, you're gonna start catching all the bonnet heads, little black tips, stingrays, skates, and catfish. So my saying, when the water's warm and it's brown, if it's brown, turn around, because you're gonna be for the most part, wasting your time. Just seems like that warmer water brings out all the, what I call the trash that you don't want. Now, some people do eat sharks and they are good eating, but when you're targeting whiting and pompano, that dirty water is not what you want. You want to find clean water, sandy green water. You know, in Northeast Florida, it's not too often we get that aqua green water like they have down south, but when we do, the pompano go crazy in it. And a lot of times what happens is we get a northeast wind and it cleans it up. But then on the outgoing tide, that northeast wind will actually push river water south of the Mayport jetties. And so if you're on the north side of the jetties, you're fine. It won't affect anything. But if you're in that Jack's Beach area and that river water comes in, it usually shuts the bite down extremely fast. When the pier was open, this happened several times. We had regular ocean water, and then the river water came in, and it went from a blue color to a tannic looking brown color. It was clear, but it was tannic brown, and the fish completely shut off, and it took a day or two for them to start biting again. And what's going on is there's a huge salinity change, guys. This is water coming straight out of the St. Johns River, and it's not as salty as ocean water. So these fish that are hanging out in the ocean, they get hit with this river water. It pushes them out of there. The only thing that we would still catch, and they didn't seem to mind, was the sheephead. As you know, they'll go all the way up into the Buckman area. They catch them in the summer at the Buckman Bridge. So it is what it is. But if you're gonna get out, go on the low tide. There should be some whiting. Gonna be rough, but bring your jacket. It'll be a little windy. Bring your Sputniks. If you haven't ordered your Sputniks yet from the Sinker Guy, check out our Facebook page, Broken Reel 23, and you will see all the compliments he gets. He's sending these orders out as fast as he gets them. He includes a personal note and a lot of extra goodies, guys. So he really makes it worth your while to do business with him, and he provides a great quality product. So that's that. We had a few questions about the Carolina rig that I use, and a few people are having problems with it getting tangled up. So my favorite Carolina, the way I rig it for whiting, is you just have the snap swivel. This is what the weight's gonna go on right there, okay? So what will happen a lot of times, you have that snap swivel, then here's the swivel that you tie your main line to. So when these two hit, it automatically causes, it's gonna tangle up. So what you gotta do, and this is what I've done for years, and it has worked well. So you have your snap swivel on your main line, get a bead, a round bead, you're gonna put that right on the line, and then you'll have your swivel. So what that bead does is it keeps the two swivel ends from touching each other and twisting. And that works great. Another thing, when you're tying your knots, this is the biggest thing really. When you leave on the swivel side, when you're tying your braid or mono, don't leave any tags. That means when you tie your knot, cut it off. Don't leave a piece of string, the line hanging, because what that does is wraps. Same thing on the other end of the swivel, you're gonna have your leader. Make sure you cut that tag off. You want it just the knot and then the line. Anytime you leave a tag, it's gonna cause issues. Same with your hook. When you tie your hook, cut that tag off. Do not leave a little piece of tag on your line, because you're gonna reel it in, it's gonna be completely tangled up. I snell most of my hooks. So once I snell them, I cut it off to where it's only a knot on the hook. If you leave too much line from the snell, same thing, you'll reel it up and your hook will be twisted in about 10 different ways. But I hope that helps. Also, we're planning to have the beach walkthrough, guys, March 13th. We're planning on around 9 in the morning. Figure it'd only take about an hour. The extended forecast all the way until next week looks good. It looks like some east winds, and we'll have an outgoing tide in the morning. So we should be able to see the sandbars and runouts. Hopefully it's not completely flat, because when it's like that, it's really hard to read the beach structure. You want some waves. That way you can see where the sandbars are and we can point it out. It's gonna be somewhere in Jack's Beach. I'll be scouting the location during the week, and around next Thursday, we'll put the address, and also we'll put it on YouTube, on the community page where we can leave posts, and on our Facebook page. So it'll be about an hour long, and I do believe the Sinker Guy will be there, and he'll have some rigs and such. So if you're needing some tackle and gear, bring a few bucks, and you can leave loaded up with weights and sinkers and knowledge of how to read the beach, hopefully. And we may even find some Sandfleas the way they're showing up. So with that being said, guys, Hope you all have a great weekend. Catch some fish. Send me the pictures. We'll put them on the report, and tight lines.